When you are sat in a meeting full of native English speakers or people with a very high level of English, it's very easy for you to get left behind and have your thoughts and opinions pushed to one side. The reason for this is not because of your level of English. It's because you are probably saying things that make you sound unconfident and unsure of yourself. So, in this video, I'm going to give you 3 simple ways to sound more assertive and confident in English so that your voice is heard and respected. Before we start with today's video, I'd like to offer you something that I think will really help you improve your English speaking skills at work. It's a 2-hour value-packed seminar where I dive deep and share with you the best techniques and the biggest secrets to speaking better English at work in just a month. Just a month, that's all it takes. And I'm not promising you absolute fluency in a month, but I am promising you the ability to have clearer, more effective and more meaningful conversations in English with your colleagues and clients. The link to join is in the description box below, so if you want to grab a seat, you can do so by following that link. Alright, let's get into it. The very first tip in sounding more assertive and confident in English is to try and leave out modal verbs. Now, modal verbs are great when we want to make polite, diplomatic requests, but they can also come across as somewhat weak, especially when we are trying to get our point across in a full room. So instead of using words like could, would, might, or should, use the word will instead. Will comes across as stronger and more assertive. For example, will you send me that report by the end of the morning? When will you let me know? Will you give me a chance to say what I want to say, please? Tip number 2 is to avoid words and speech that undervalue what you say. Now, a lot of the time, non-native English speakers will use words that really undervalue what they are trying or wanting to say. So in this section, I'm going to give you a few different phrases that I often hear in meetings, and then I'm going to give you a stronger, more assertive way to say the exact same thing. So one thing I always hear is this. Excuse me, but could I quickly say something? Instead, say, I want to say something, please. Another common one is the phrase, I guess. Guess conveys to the listener or audience that we don't really believe in what we are saying. So instead of saying, I guess all the time, say, I believe, or I honestly think. Lastly, and probably the biggest trap most of you make, is overusing apologies, and especially the word sorry. Sorry is a great word, but we should use it for genuine apologies, and it shouldn't be overused as it undermines our message. So remember, you should be using the word sorry only when you actually have made a mistake and you want to admit and own up to it. Now, tip number 3 is probably the easiest, yet the most effective way to come across and sound more assertive in English. And it is to use I statements. I statements can deliver your points with strength and conviction. Just listen to how these examples sound. I believe. I feel. I need. I am more than sure. I'm certain. I will. So there you have it. 3 big tips that will instantly make you appear and sound more assertive in English. Avoid using modal verbs and instead use will. Avoid speech and words that undermine what you want to say, like sorry and I guess. And the final tip was to use I statements, like I feel, I want, I need, or I'm certain. Write a comment in the chat box about your own experiences with not being heard or listened to in English. I would love to hear more about your problems so I can help you even further. And if you are someone who does want a little bit more help, then you can join our exclusive free seminar where I will show you the ins and outs of speaking better English at work in less than 30 days. Link to join is in the description box below, so go and click that link and reserve your seat right now. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Appreciate your time as always. Best of luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in our exclusive free seminar very soon.